Hey YouTube, I'm Charlie from Reader Tuned Writer, and today I am sharing a weekly vlog video. I have been vlogging my work this past week. I was really excited because I finished the major revisions on my most recent draft of my Rapunzel retelling book, and I am going to have my first beta reader, my husband, read through it and give me feedback. And so I'm taking a break from that until I get his feedback, and I was able to start outlining on my next project, which is a Cinderella retelling, kind of after all the Cinderella story actually happens. So I'm really excited about that. It's been a fun week, so you can join me as you watch it all happen. Before I jump into the vlog video, I did want to just mention that I was part of a collaboration video. Meredith Phillips writes. I will link her channel down below as well as this video. She put together kind of a showcase of some different AuthorTubers, and it has been really fun to be able to go and find some new community members to support and watch their videos. So I will link that down below so that you can go find some more people to follow as well if that is something that you're interested in. It is Monday morning. It is a little after 7:30. Actually, it might be closer to 8. I've gotten the girls food and cleared out the dishwasher for them so they can load their breakfast dishes, and now I am going to edit on my book for about 30 minutes. I'm going to start working on changing the character arc. I realized I never checked in earlier, so I just wanted to check in, let you know I wrote for about 15 minutes this morning. It was our first day of homeschool, so I kind of fudged the time a little bit. And I just worked on the character arc in chapter 19. I was working on making sure that her All Is Lost and Wallow and Epiphany felt good, so that the All Is Lost was really strong. I think I'm going to let beta readers look at her, at least my husband, but I think I'm going to need to add some foreshadowing leading up to that to make it feel worse. But the All Is Lost for now is good, and then the Wallow, I made it more her own fault last week. And then, so today I worked on the Epiphany and just made it so that she had a real epiphany rather than it being glossed over. So it was a good, productive 15 minutes. Slow and steady will get this book edited. It is Tuesday morning, and I am just here in the pantry getting a balance bar, and then I will go and sit and write. It's about 7 o'clock, so I'll just write for about 30 minutes before I get the girls. I'm going to start off by reading through the section after what I finished editing yesterday and see what needs to be done next. Okay, so I've written for about 30 minutes and I'm about to go get the girls upstairs. It's about 7:30. I think that I have actually finished this round of edits today, which I'm really excited about. So I just want to tell you kind of what I worked on today. In the section that I worked on previously, one of Rapunzel's friends had betrayed her behind the back of two other of Rapunzel's friends. And in this section, Rapunzel called her out for it, and then Ava got mad because her friend sided with Rapunzel and was basically like, you need to choose her or me, and then leaves because they aren't going to pick her. And I wasn't quite sure how to fix this because now, before this section, Ava actually goes to the other two friends and they call to betray Rapunzel, and the two friends aren't betraying Rapunzel in like a malicious way, but in like a meanwhile way. But Ava is more malicious with it. She wants Rapunzel gone because she's jealous of Rapunzel. But because she goes to the two friends, she hasn't lied to them or gone behind their back or anything, so I wasn't sure how to make it actually have a fallout and wrap up that section with Ava. And I really liked having Ava make them choose between her and Rapunzel because that's kind of something she's wanted to do the entire book. This kind of gives her a reason to. And so I wasn't sure how to give like the motivation for there to be a rift between them. But basically what I did is I just played on their different views of what went down. So Ava still sees it as something necessary and thinks that Rapunzel still needs to be gone. And Ava and Levi see what they did as a mistake. And so they kind of disagree about that, and Ava gets mad about it and still is able to leave and stuff. So I did that, and then I just went through and I made sure when I'm writing sometimes if I don't want to think of a name or something, I'll just put instead of putting the name of a restaurant, I'll just put restaurant and I'll highlight it in green. And I just went through and I made sure that all of those were changed because I've been changing those as I've been editing, but I just wanted to make sure all of that was changed. And then I went through and I made sure all of my comments, because sometimes I would leave comments like, oh, foreshadow this before. And I made sure all of those comments were resolved as well. And so now I think that this is ready for my husband to read through it. He's kind of like my first beta reader. And then once he reads it and I make those changes, then I will do beta readers. Tomorrow I will start outline brainstorming more on my next project. So that's exciting. I've already worked on that a little bit, but I've kind of put it on the back burner and haven't worked on it for a while I was trying to finish up these edits. And I don't know how I finished this because I thought that I had so much more to do, but looking through it, a lot of the changes that I needed to make were just, you know, change a line here, change a line there, and then it still worked really well. Yeah, we'll see what my husband thinks. Alright, so it is evening. I haven't actually written yet. Today's been quite the day. We've had some family news that is not very good, and then our furnace is making a weird noise, so then we're trying to figure that out so that we can cool off our house before bedtime, and it's just been quite the day. So it is after dinner now, and for writing today, since I'm switching projects, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read through I have 2 brainstorming documents, and then I have written down some stuff on both my outlining documents about the characters, so I'm just going to read through all 4 of those and call it a day. I did want to mention last night we had writing group. They gave me some good feedback about my chapter, but I'm not going to work on it again until after my husband reads through it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it, even though I get feedback from my writing group each week on it. Good morning. It is Thursday and it's about 7 o'clock. And our furnace is still not working, and so it was really hot last night, really hard to sleep. We tried sleeping with the windows open and there was like this big storm, so we had to get up and close all the windows. And yeah, it's still pretty hot this morning in our house. Well, warm. It's not hot anymore, but it was hot last night. But I did manage to wake up, and since it's 7 o'clock, I should have a good 30 minutes to work on my novel before the girls wake up. So I did read through all of the stuff yesterday, and I was really happy with what I had gotten, like what I had come up with before, and I actually remembered some stuff that I must not have written down that I talked with my husband about on a car trip right before I kind of set this aside and started working on something else, so I added that to my brainstorming stuff so I wouldn't forget it. It was kind of character building stuff for my main character. So I'm going to go start working on the outlines, and I will check in afterwards. Okay, so it is 7:30 and I was able to work pretty consistently for about half an hour while I had my balance bar. What I worked on was one of my main characters, because I have two points of view that are kind of the main characters, and this is like the secondary main character. My main character I haven't worked on yet, but my secondary main character's name is Bryn, and I worked on her outline, just filling in the Save the Cat beats from what I've already brainstormed and kind of trying to fill in some of the blanks there. There's still a lot of questions and a couple of beats, mostly in the middle, that are blank. There's some questions there that I'm not quite sure of yet. I need to think about and brainstorm a little bit, but I'm really happy with how much I already have filled in with the outline. There are 2 things that I am loving that I didn't do before with my books. I've always wanted to outline because I knew that that would help me, but brainstorming has always been harder for me, and I've always been like, well, I'm not that creative of a person, I'm not very good at coming up with ideas. But I have learned that that is a skill, and I am learning how to do that, and I'm really excited. So one of the things that has really helped me has actually been Save the Cat and reading like writing craft books. Having that structure has been really helpful for me and my creativity. It's like instead of starting with a blank page, I have a direction to go. And then the other thing that I have done, that I'm sure most people already do this, but it was like mind-blowing to me when I heard of it. I actually read about it in Hope in the Mail by Wendelin Van Draanen, because she does this, and it's just to think about my book when I am doing other things like laundry or making breakfast, where I can think about the problems that I've run into and brainstorm while I'm away from my computer, which is really helpful to me because I hate a white page where I'm just supposed to like come up with ideas to fill it in. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress I made on that today, and tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing with my actual main character, Adelaide, and go in and fill in her character, or her save the beats from what I have brainstormed so far. Good morning, it is Friday and the final day of my vlog video. I am just grabbing a balance bar, it's about 7 o'clock and I'm going to go in and work on my outline. Okay, well I finished and I'm about to go get the girls. They're being pretty loud upstairs. So today I worked on Adelaide's outline, and it's funny because yesterday with Bryn's outline I knew most of the beginning and the ending, but not really very much of the middle. I have no idea what she's going to be doing in the middle of the book. But then it was funny because with Adelaide's outline, I know a lot more about the middle of the book and I don't know as much about the beginning and the ending. And so those are kind of the holes that I need to fill in still with the outline, and then I can start adding a lot more detail to each beat, and then I can start breaking it up into scenes. I'm really excited because I feel like I know a lot more starting off at the beginning of this book, and so my outline is going to be a lot more detailed and have all of the right beats, and I know that it's still going to take a lot of editing because every book needs editing, and I'm still definitely learning on how to execute on the ideas that I have, as this is only my second book, but I am excited because a lot of the huge revisions that I had to do with my first book came because when I was outlining or even writing my first draft, I didn't know these things, and so I went in and I had to kind of write to explore to figure out what happened, and then I had to go back and revise once I had learned these things. It's really exciting to be starting a new project, and it's really fun to be starting it kind of feeling like I know more than I did the last time that I wrote a book. I'm going to end my vlog now. I feel like it was a really productive week and I'm really excited to be moving forward. Thank you for being here with me. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe for lots of more content. Let me know in the comments below what you are currently working on and how your current work in progress is going. I would love to hear all about it. Thank you for watching my video. I will see you in the next one.